Have you ever come back from vacation and instead of feeling refreshed, you just feel mentally all over the place? Like you don't even know where to begin? Because that's exactly how I felt this morning. We just got back and my mind felt cluttered. My kitchen was a mess and I honestly didn't know where to start. But after a few small things, I made the adjustment and I was able to not only accomplish all the goals that I had in mind, but find clarity. So in this video, I'm sharing my after vacation Sunday reset. I'm starting with a brain dump to clear my mind, resetting my kitchen, and ending everything off with a reflection on how I gently get back into routine and clarity for the week ahead. Just checking in. Feeling a bit better after everything. I think just like jumping in and starting something is helping so far. I do still feel like there's a lot to be done, especially with like just coming back in town after the vacation, spring break. But I don't feel like I can't do it. I just feel like there's a lot to be done. And I just can't get the phrase out of my head, the one I mentioned earlier. But I don't want that to make me feel overwhelmed. So I'm trying to channel in my inner, well, not my inner, but what people around me who I feel like work hard, some stuff they would say when I'm feeling like this, just so I can start accomplishing something and just keep going. But I have the momentum. That drink that I drank was really good, a little sweet for me, but good. And it kind of helped me feel like revitalized in a way. So I'm gonna keep going now with doing, I told y'all I'm just doing all the small tasks till I can lead up to the bigger ones. So I'm gonna keep going. So I'm about to listen to Tony Evans. I think it's Priscilla Shire's. I don't know. I want to say they're related, but I don't want to be wrong about it. I'm about to listen to one of his sermons on putting God first. It's called Put God First and Watch Him Handle the Rest. So I'm about to have that play while I continue with everything else I'm doing right now. The easiest way that I've found to transition back into everyday life after vacation is by starting small and starting in a space that you visit the most often. That one space that if you look at it one more time is going to bother you. That is typically where I start, especially with this time, me coming back from vacation, and my full first day home is on a Sunday. I find that this was probably the best weekday to come back, because Sunday is typically my reorganize, it's my reset, it's my refresh day.
Verse 34.
It's the day where I do everything.
Worry about
My Sundays usually
tomorrow.
consist of me watching a church sermon while I have laundry going. I do the weekly plan or schedule for our house and family. I also do the meal planning in addition to grocery shopping and cleaning up my bathroom and bedroom as well. So that's a lot of chores that I like to pile onto this one day. But at the end of this day, usually I'm feeling like worn, one, but number two, like there's not much more for me to do in terms of getting the house back in order and prepared for the next week. One thing I notice is if your mind isn't right, it's really hard to move forward and get anything done, no matter how much things in your life need to get done. So the best thing, or the best way that I found to actually get started, is not only to start in a space that bothers you, starting small, but also just to make sure that you get everything out of your mind, out of your head, and onto paper. It's so very important to just release that feeling. A lot of times I notice that when I do this, my head feels better. I start to even feel lighter. I feel like some of that weight of just holding on to everything you know you need to do is off of my shoulders, and I can continue or start, with something. And that is better than doing nothing. And I know it's hard sometimes to make that mental shift from just relaxing at the beach to coming back to a list of items that need your attention. That's why I'm saying, like, the best way for us to just jump back into things we know we need to do, serve our family, is to start in that way. And it's really important for us as moms, as caretakers, to make sure that we care for ourselves by also taking care of our mental health. That's so important. Like, if you're not mentally strong, you really can't move forward easily. So I'm just saying, because I know I struggle a lot with like thoughts, to do a brain dump and to start small. And then once you get going, you'll feel so much better. You'll want to continue most likely. But just put on a video you like from like your favorite YouTuber and find your way. And in a way, that's what I'm hoping my channel will be for other mothers like me. I'm hoping that with or through my content, you'll be able to be motivated in a way to continue to do the things that you know you need to do, should do, the things that's going to help you feel, good again. My channel is going to have a good balance of like productivity, cleaning, my new hobbies, all that type of stuff. So if you haven't already subscribed, subscribe for those reasons. And at the start of this
let's
vlog,
continue on with the video.
I felt so overwhelmed with everything. I felt like I couldn't get clarity. I felt so confused. I felt like, again, like I'm just living in like on repeat. Like, and I go through this cycle sometimes that I just like, if I think about me and myself and I actually learn myself, I probably can more quickly overcome this cycle that I go through quite often. It's like I start something, I'm good at it, I'm consistent. I don't know if you guys have ever felt this, but I'm consistent at something for a while and then I just fall off, and I fall all the way off to where I'm not even doing that thing anymore. And then I have to go through this thing where I mentally can get back into a good space, and then I can restart that thing that I was doing consistently. So that's where I've been. In case you haven't noticed, that's why I've been off of YouTube, because YouTube is that thing that if anything falls in my life, is going to first be YouTube. And then, and it's really from overthinking and not having a system. And then whatever else falls by the wayside. But anyway, that's that. I'm going to get back on track. I feel it. It's slow, but it's still there. Also, I feel better because like I had like, how do I say it? Like a small, it's not a disagreement, but there was a moment where my son didn't understand like my point of view when I was trying to explain something to him. And I understand. So he got frustrated, I got frustrated, and I think we both kind of respond the same when we're upset. It's like the initial, like, I'm frustrated will come out, you know, so you'll blurt something out and then you regret it and then you walk away and then you ignore. Like, I go through the same cycle when I'm frustrated, and he's experiencing the same thing. So we both had to like take a moment and like just step away from everything, and then we were able to come back and then talk about it again. And I feel like I want to teach my son earlier how to deal with frustration, how to deal with things when you feel upset. He has a better handle on it than I think I did. Like, I had to learn for a long time to get to the point where I am now. He's kind of almost there. Sometimes he does get a little bit like, you know, snappy, not with us, but with his siblings, you can see it. But I feel like he can overcome it a bit faster. I'm just going to keep doing my best to model that, like, even when I'm flustered, to represent myself good, because I know they're watching and they're learning. I also felt like I had a bit of God's grace again, because like, y'all, I don't mind being real on my vlogs because it kind of still helps me overcome when I watch them. But I'm in a season where like on my cruise, I recently went on a cruise for the first time, and at the beginning of my cruise I didn't feel well, so I was like drinking water, I was taking medicine, and I told myself before the cruise though that I wanted to see if I can continue to have fun without drinking. And I'm not a big drinker, but I will drink, you know, have a glass or like some kind of fancy drink. So on the cruise, I was like, I'm just gonna drink a lot of water. So I kept drinking water. It's getting darker. Yeah, it's getting darker, but I like this because it's gonna help me sleep better. So anyway, on a cruise, I drink a lot of water. Like, I mostly drink water every single day, and it was a 7-day cruise. And in the morning, I was drinking like the mixed drinks with pineapple, turmeric, beets, that kind of stuff. So I was buying those in the mornings on the cruise. At least I bought it like maybe three of those. And I only had one glass of Moscato, and that was like towards the end of the cruise. So I felt really proud of myself because the whole time I was just sitting there with my, I have it right here. My water bottle that I bought, it's the collapsible water bottles. So I had this, and I would take this with me everywhere. And it got to the point on the cruise where the other mothers were like, you bring that thing with you everywhere. You sure there's water in there? I'm like, yeah, I'm only drinking water. Like, they were having drinks and their cocktails, and I had my water. But I was fine, you know, I still enjoyed myself. I was able to remember everything. I didn't feel sick. I was able to recoup faster because I took care of myself. And I felt better because I felt like I was making a good decision. It wasn't hard, you know, not to drink alcohol. It wasn't hard at all. And now that I'm home, guys, oh my gosh. Like, as soon as I got back to Miami, I had a drink. Not like I'm drinking heavy, but I had a drink. I got home. I had a drink when I'm cooking dinner because I used to do that like on the weekends. So I did it again. We went out to eat, got a drink. It's like, hold on one second.
I accidentally spilled chocolate syrup on my hands.
Okay, wash your hands.
Okay.
So yeah, there were moments like coming home this week where it was like, it's kind of getting normal again to have drinks. And, you know, although there's nothing wrong with it, I just still want to stick to good habits that I created for myself down where I was. And now in this season where I'm like, I'm getting older, it's fine. But for me, there's a couple reasons why I don't want to drink a lot anyway. Number one, alcohol feels like it sits in my stomach. I can feel it, and I feel sick because I feel it sitting there. Like it's not I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know how to describe that better than that. But yeah, I can literally feel it sit in my stomach when I drink. And then I'm not having fun, you know, like I can taste alcohol. I can taste alcohol in alcohol and it doesn't taste as good to me sometimes. And then the third thing is it's not like it's helping me relax or have a good time most times. It's just like I'm drinking because of the taste and I'm looking for a feeling that I'm not getting. That's how it's been lately. Yeah, so that's that. So right now I'm in a season where I'm trying to learn to like enjoy what I'm doing and where I am without a glass of wine or a cocktail. Maybe occasionally I still might do it, but for the most part, I just want to be able to get to a point where it's not like I'm looking for it, you know what I mean? And I was doing that tonight, so that's why I started talking about it, because while I was cooking, I had the glass on the counter. I showed you guys. And I was thinking about it. I was like, I kind of want to pour a glass of wine, especially because the wine is open and I know it's going to go bad because it's open. But I didn't. I was like, you know what? I was like, God, please quench my thirst. Because number one, I was thirsty. So that's why I went for a wine. Number two, I got used to, you know, cooking and drinking a glass of wine when I cook. So I just prayed and I was like, Heavenly Father, please help me, help quench my thirst, like remove the thirst from me. And then I told myself, let's just go a little bit longer without a glass of wine. That's just how I did it. And then I was like, well, let me replace it with something else, because the urge in my mind was still there. So I just replaced it with the ginger ale, and that worked just fine. I was no longer thirsty and I no longer craved it. And then I was like, at the end of the night, it was mental that I was thinking about still pouring a glass of wine. So yeah, that kind of is an important breakthrough, a mental breakthrough that I just had today. Is that a spider? Yes, it is. So yeah, that was that, you guys. Sorry, it's getting dark, so it's getting harder to see me. Like, it's not as clear as it was before, not crisp. But yeah, that happened. I'm feeling better. There's still so much more that I need to do and want to do. Like, I want to sit down and plan content, even though every time I plan content, I don't ever follow my plan, like ever. I will have to go over work stuff, which I don't feel like doing right now. Like, in all honesty, it's Sunday night. I would love to just like take care of the kids, get them in bed, take care of the laundry, take care of myself, and just lay down and relax, you know? Nothing more, just relax. I've been mentally just all over, so I feel like that's a great way to end the night and end the vlog. And yeah, so until next time, and I really pray and I hope that that's soon, you guys. If y'all ever notice that I disappear from YouTube, it's always because I have issues with overthinking my content. It's always overthinking my content. It's never like I can't edit videos, like I can't make time, because I've proven to myself I can make the time to do it. I'll just be overthinking like everything, like who's gonna watch this, what is it for, you know, all of that stuff. So yeah. All right, guys, it's getting blurrier and harder to see me, so I appreciate anybody who has watched the video up to this point. I appreciate you for watching the video up to this point, and I'll check in with you guys really soon.